welcome. Thank you for joining us. My name is Janelle DeRobertis. I'm one of the customer success managers with Swivl. I'm really excited to have Tisha here. She's going to be presenting on AI with Canva for Education. This is our 8th webinar in our series. We've had a lot of amazing thought leaders present on AI's impact on education and sharing practical strategies for using AI in the classroom. And this will not be our last. We have a lot of webinars coming up, so we'll share more about that. But before I introduce Tisha, I wanted to quickly share why we're hosting this webinar series. So Swivl has made it our mission to support educators in adapting to the world of AI. And part of that is providing these learning opportunities through our webinars. And the other part of that is through our Swivl Adaptability initiative. We know AI is transforming the education space, and in order for us to use AI responsibly and in a way that empowers educators and students, we need to be adaptable and educators need to be adaptable. So not only do we need to be open to these new tools and ideas, but we want to then take action to learn and grow in how we're using AI tools. So with our initiative, we want to partner with schools and districts like yours to build learning communities around the skills that educators are working on so that they can foster adaptability. And an important piece of fostering adaptability is the learning community, where you're able to share new ideas, gain different perspectives, and learn from one another. So following Tisha's presentation, I'm going to demonstrate our Reflectivity software and how that can be used to support your school's journey with adapting to AI. On another note, really exciting, we now have certificates that you can get for attending the webinar or completing the e-learning module that we send out after the webinar is over. You can watch the recording, do the e-learning module, or if you're here live with us, then you can get that certificate with our website. So we will make sure you have the link to get that certificate, and as well as the link to learn more and join us with our Swivl Adaptability initiative. Those links are in the chat for you now. But what I'm going to do is introduce Tisha. We are so excited to have you here today. Tisha is an education learning consultant and global education community manager for Canva for Education. Also an international speaker, podcast host, and author, Tisha has served 25 years in public education as a career and technical education teacher, district tech integration specialist, and student engagement and PD specialist. Additionally, she is the co-founder and president of Southern Oregon CUE affiliate and serves on the executive board for CUE. Tisha is the author of a book, Make Learning Magical, and has a children's book that she co-authored with her son coming out this fall. So exciting. Tisha enjoys making learning a magical experience for everyone. And we are ready for your magical webinar, Tisha.
Thank you so much, Janelle. It's so wonderful to be here with all of you. Thank you so much for joining. And I'm really excited to share about the magic of AI in Canva for Education. It's getting more and more exciting all of the time. Just literally in the last week, there has been some amazing new additions that have come into the platform. So I cannot wait to share with you. I'm not going to spend time on my intro because Janelle just was so kind in her intro. So we're going to jump right into the agenda for our time together. And I want to first of all share a little bit about what Canva for Education is, so that those of you who don't know Canva are able to kind of get a little idea of what it's all about. I'm going to share Canva's approach to AI, and then we're going to be spending lots of time in the Magic Studio sharing all of the different AI features that Canva has to offer. Again, some of them brand new. And I will end with Q&A. I always welcome questions as I'm sharing. So if questions come in through the chat, Janelle, feel free to let me know if I'm missing any. I'm happy to address those as we go. So first of all, I'm going to share with you what Canva for Education is. Canva for Education is an all-in-one visual communications platform that just about anything that you can possibly think about creating, you're going to be able to create in Canva. And Canva has what we call the visual suite. And in that visual suite, there are a number of doc types. You can actually write and create documents in Canva. You can collaborate in whiteboards. You can create a presentation like this one. You can share things out on social media and create those social media assets. You're going to be able to actually create video, print things through the Canva print shop, and even create a website that has a domain that you can use as well. So there are really infinite possibilities for learning in the classroom, as well as creating resources as educators that we can share as well. Canva for Education was launched in 2020. And now it is used in over 190 countries. This is growing all of the time. And there are over 35 million active education users in Canva for Education too. And so to watch it evolve has really, really been exciting. And here's the best part. Canva for Education is 100% free for K-12 education. That includes students, educators, schools, and districts. And so if you go to Canva for Education, you can type it in your Google search. It is going to bring you to a page where you can get verified as an educator, and you can also sign up as a district. And again, you can sign up as a district for free and get all of the bells and whistles of Canva for Education. So why is Canva for Education free? Canva really wants to empower everyone to create, collaborate, and communicate in the classroom, but beyond the classroom as well. And at Canva, we really believe that the skills that students learn in Canva are going to transcend that K-12 landscape. And when we think about bringing students into this platform, they're learning creativity, they're learning how to be collaborative and learning how to critically think and be team players and be entrepreneurs. And the exciting thing is the platform that students are using in the classroom is the same platform that they're going to see out in the workforce. So big companies like Peloton and Disney and Amazon, they're using Canva. Small businesses, my hairstylist uses Canva and always is asking me all of the newest features when I go in to get my hair styled. And so this really is a platform that is going to go beyond their K-12 education. And I think this is really powerful data. The World Economic Forum Future Jobs 2023 report listed creative thinking as the very top skill on the rise. And when we think about that, wow, that's pretty incredible. If that is the number one skill that's on the rise, what are we doing in our classrooms to really foster that creativity and get our students to visually communicate and be creative in their learning? And so I think it's really important as educators, we think about that as we are creating those lessons in our classroom. So Canva's approach to AI is really, we want our students to, or we want educators to have a collaborative partner, because we want educators to be able to feel like they have somebody to help them with generating new ideas to help make their workflow maybe more efficient. And also another part that's really important to Canva is that it's a safe platform for educators and for students. And so there is a very strong emphasis on safety at Canva, that the AI that they're bringing into the platform is safe for the students who will be using it. And so what I want to touch on is how you can use that AI as a collaborative partner in the creative process in your classroom. So we are going to take a look at Magic Studio. Magic Studio is a toolkit of all of these amazing AI features. Some of them have been around for a little bit. They released a lot of new AI features in March of this year. But again, there are some brand new ones that have just come into Canva very, very recently. And there is a bit.ly link and a QR code here. If you want to try some of these things as I'm demonstrating, feel free. I've created a template for you that you can kind of practice as we go. If you just want to watch, that is entirely fine too. But maybe you want to keep that QR code and that link for later so that you can access it. So it is case sensitive. It's bit.ly /L T And then Magic Studio is all lowercase there. So first of all, I want to talk about Magic Write in Canva. And I am going to exit my screen so that you can see this. Thank you so much, Vince. So that you can see this in the design editor. So what I was doing previously was I was in present mode up here, and I was presenting this presentation to you. Backed out of the presentation, and now this presentation is in what Canva calls the design editor. And so I'm going to show you these features within the design editor as we go. Now, Magic Write is OpenAI within Canva. And so you're going to be able to access this in a couple of different ways. The first way, and the original way, is that you're going to find it over here, this little Canva assistant circle that has the stars in it. And when I click on that, I am going to see lots of different AI tools that I can access, and Magic Write is one of them. So that is the first place that you can access it. Brand new to Canva is the ability to access Magic Write right from any text box within your design. So now what I can do is I can click on this text box like I did right here, and I can click on Magic Write, and I have all of these options. So I can continue writing, I can summarize text, I can make it more, I can rewrite it, I can make it more fun, more formal, sprinkle fairy dust, and I can even fix spelling. So if I wanted to make this little blurb, right now it says save teaching time with effortless writing by using Magic Write, Teacher's AI Teaching Assistant. If I want to make that more fun, I simply click more fun. And now it is adding a little fun flair to the writing. And so how helpful, right? As an educator, but also for students, for them to be able to play with some different writing styles in Canva. Also, I can fix spelling. So let's say in here, I added an extra, well, let's do something. Let me try to find a word that actually isn't a word. So if I do this and I go in to Magic Write and fix spelling, it is going to fix that typo for me, which also is really helpful as you are creating in Canva. Now, Canva has released this amazing site full of Magic Write prompts, because I think that is one of the most challenging things to kind of wrap your head around with this new generation of tools is how do we talk to the AI when we want to generate ideas, right? And so Canva has created a variety of prompts that help us generate those prompts that we can ask it and get the responses that we're looking for. And so if you scan this QR code here, it is going to bring you to the Magic Write page where you're going to be able to access all of those Magic Write prompts. It brought one of those prompts over here to show you how this will work in Canva. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this right here. And I'm going to go into my Canva assistant and I'm going to click on Magic Write. And when I click on Magic Write, I'm going to paste that in. And I am going to, oh, thank you so much. You are so good. I'm going to type in, let's say I'm going to put culinary arts. I taught culinary arts for a lot of years. So I'm going to put that and I'm going to say to grade 10. And I am just simply going to click generate. And what Canva is going to do is it is going to automatically generate a variety of creative ways to teach culinary arts to 10th grade students. Now, if I decided after looking at this that, you know what, 10 is not enough. I need more ideas. I can expand my text and it will bring in some more ideas for me. I could even rewrite it if I wanted it to rewrite it or edit it. So I have a lot of different ways that I can kind of regenerate or change the original generation of information that came through with the Magic Write tool. So, I mean, lesson planning, idea generating, thinking of prompts that you want to like writing prompts for your students. There are infinite ways that you can use this in the classroom. And as ideas are coming to you, please engage in the chat. I would love to hear, as I'm sharing these ideas, how you're connecting it to your classroom and ways that you could use it with your students. So the second thing that I want to show you is Magic Presentations. And to show you this feature, I'm actually going to go out of this presentation and I'm going to go into a blank presentation. And this is a presentation template in Canva. And you're going to notice up here, I am clicked on this first tab that says design. And then in this search bar, it says use 5 words to describe what I want to create. So let's say I'm going to use this one that I've used previously, create a presentation on the life cycle of a butterfly. I'm going to click on that. It's going to bring up some templates that might cover that in the Canva template library, but look what happens right here. It is actually going to generate some other ideas of presentations that I can use. And this is the AI generating on the spot a presentation based on what I asked it. So now I can click on this one and I can look through these pages and I can decide, you know what, I want to apply all of those pages to my tray down here and create a presentation based on what Canva generated. And what I think is amazing is that I didn't tell it what the stages were, right? It is giving me that information already. And so of course you want to fact check, you want to make sure all the information's correct. You might want to change it because maybe it's not quite how you want to share it with your students, but you are going to be able to have a starting point, right? And you're not having to start from scratch, which is a pretty amazing thing. And so again, anytime you are in a presentation, you're going to be able to access that by just simply typing in right here in the search bar when you are in design. Magic Switch is a new feature that is really kind of an expansion of what it used to be called resize. So those of you who have been in Canva for a while, you might remember that this has said resize up here, which allowed you to take a doc type. So let's say this presentation and turn it into a different type of doc type. So maybe a video or a website or infographic, whatever it is that you're wanting to turn it into. The difference now, you still are able to do that, but it gives you a little bit more. One thing it's going to do is it's going to translate to another language and bring it into a brand new presentation. So I'm going to be able to click right here. I can select a language and then I can decide which pages I want translated. And I can either translate my current copy or it will actually make a copy for me. So I'll have my original language and then a copy also, which is pretty phenomenal. The other thing this will do is it will transform this into a document. And I can decide if I want to create a summary, a blog post, a poem, song lyrics, email, all text, and it will transform it into a doc. Depending on the length, sometimes it takes a little bit. So this is hilarious. I did this earlier with the exact same presentation and I chose song lyrics. And this is what it came up with. Look at the first verse. In the realm of education, a new dawn breaks. Canva, they call it, a revolution it makes, with Tisha Richmond leading the way, making learning magical every single day. And it goes on to a chorus, a verse, a bridge, all of this. And so, I thought this was so fun. And this again is a brand new feature in Canva that just was released. So you are going to be able to really, there's so much creativity, right? So many things that you can do. The possibilities truly are endless. Magic Animate is another very fun tool. It has been around for a little bit, but they have expanded it just recently. And so I'm going to show you how Magic Animate works. I have just kind of a flower field background on this page, and I have a graphic, which I found in Elements of a butterfly that I just brought into my design. Now you'll notice I have a little hand up here. This means that if you want to try it in the template I provided, you can go ahead and try it on your own page because you have the same one. I'm going to click on my butterfly. And when I click on my butterfly, I am going to go up here to animate and I am going to click create an animation. I have lots of other choices here as well, but create an animation is going to allow me to give this butterfly its own path. So I'm going to click on, I have to click on it first, and I am going to move this butterfly across my screen and I'm going to let go. And that butterfly is following that path. Now, because I was using my mouse and it was a little choppy, I wasn't getting to use a touch screen, I can smooth this out a little bit. I can make it more steady. I can orient it to the path so it'll like flip around. And I can also change my speed as well as add some motion effects. So some really cool things there that I can do. When I'm happy with my selection, I click done. And what will happen is when I go into presentation mode, now that butterfly is flying across my screen. So how fun is that? I mean, think about how much fun kids would have with that feature to be able to create their own paths. I mean, again, so much creativity can ensue with these features. Magic Edit is another very cool feature within Canva that uses AI. And I'm going to show you how this works. Now, if you watch this video, you can see that they're scribbling over that teapot, typing in what they want to replace that teapot, and then voila, it's appearing in place of that teapot. So you can do this with any picture that you bring in from the element library, so any photograph, or any photograph that you upload into Canva that maybe is your own. So what I can do is I can click on this picture, go up to edit photo, and then look at all of these fun things that I can do. I can click on Magic Edit. I can go ahead and got to think about anybody in the chat, what do you think I should replace this rubber ducky with? Any ideas? Anything coming in? All right. I'm going to say a unicorn. I'm going to generate. And it takes a moment, and then it's going to give you multiple choices. So here we go. I have a little unicorn. So some of them are kind of funny. This one is like popping out of the board here, but I kind of like the one that it selected for me. And so I can click done. And now instead of the rubber ducky, I have a unicorn sitting on the board. What is that? A wakeboard? No, it's not a wakeboard. It's a paddleboard. I don't know. No, it's not. I'm trying to think of the name of this. I used to use these when I lived in San Diego. So I love it. So super fun again. And so you can find a photo that might be close to what you want to use, but then you can go in and you can change it. Now this boogie board, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you. So grab text is another really amazing feature that is brand new. Like this did not exist in Canva in September. And so what grab text is going to do is it's going to allow you to bring in a photo of something or maybe an PDF, and it is going to release that text and allow you to grab it and either remove it or replace it with different text. So what I did was I just snapped on with I'm at a loss for words tonight. I just screenshotted this homepage in Canva. And when I click on it, I am going to go up to edit photo and I'm going to click on grab text. And when I grab that text, what it's going to do is it's going to pull the text on this page out, and it is going to allow me again to edit it, delete it, or change it in some way. So now look what happens. Now this is editable. So I can just replace that with the word Canva. I can go in and remove this text altogether if I want to. So think about that. Think about the resources that we have, right? That might be sitting on our computer. We might want to take a picture of something that we have, but we don't have a digital copy of it. We can do that, upload it into Canva, and then we can grab the text out and make it our own. So I think this is a very, very cool and useful feature in Canva that I'm really excited about. Magic Media is another amazing tool. Those of you who have been using Canva for a bit, this used to be called text to image, and now you're going to be able to find it in a couple different places. So what this is essentially allowing me to do is to write a description of what I want to create, and it's going to generate a picture of that in a variety of different styles. So I'm going to give you an example. Now I can again find this in a couple different places. It used to be that I could find it in apps. Again, it used to be called text to image, and now it's called Magic Media. Here it is. So I can find it here. I'm just going to say poodles at a tea party, and I can choose my style. So I'll choose vibrant, and then I can choose my aspect ratio. Let's say square. And it is going to generate some different pictures of a poodle at a tea party, and super, super fun. Now, notice that videos is up here too. Videos have not, they think they're rolling out slowly. I do not have access to Magic Media with videos yet. Some of you might. If you do, I want to know if you have it, but it'll just say not available quite yet. But look at how adorable that is. Poodles at a tea party. So now I have this picture that I auto-generated. And oh yeah, I would love to hear your favorite prompts for this. Yeah, my favorite type. Yes, absolutely. I can even go in to edit photo and I could remove the background if I wanted to. So if I wanted those poodles at a tea party, but I wanted to put them in outer space, I could put an outer space background behind them or whatever it is that I wanted to do, which is really fun. Translate, I touched on briefly, and I shared that brand new Translate is up here in Magic Switch. However, you also are going to be able to find Translate in your apps. Once you use Translate in your apps, it's going to land right here on your sidebar. And so with Translate, you're going to be able to translate into over 120 different languages. So I will select Spanish, and you're going to either be able to translate like a page, all of the pages in a presentation, or you could select various text boxes within the page. So you can see there's 2 text boxes on this page. So it's asking me which one I want to translate. So if I only want to translate this one, I only click this one, and it is going to translate that text box for me. So this is a game changer, right? When we want to help make all of our content accessible to all students, all of our families, we're going to be able to go in, create a presentation, make a copy, and translate the entire one into another language or have multiple languages within a page. Commands can be used in different languages or just translation. I'm not sure that I understand your question, Maribel. If somebody in the chat understands and maybe can help me answer that, that would be awesome. I'm so sorry. Like entering commands in other languages. I mean, the tools. So if you want to change I think I understand. If you want to change the language of your entire Canva platform, you can do that in settings. So if you go into your homepage, when you click on the little dial up on top, it will allow you to choose another language for all of the features within Canva, if that's what you mean. Okay, perfect. I'm so sorry. I was a little slow on understanding. Okay. So moving on to alt text. I think, Katie, it's so good to see you in here. Hello, my friend. So Katie says alt text is a game changer. It is, and they just upped the game with the alt text. And let me show you how this works. So if I click on a photo, you're going to be able to click on those 3 little dots and click down here on alt text. But look what it does now. Not only can you type in alt text, but it will suggest alt text for you. So I can click suggest for me, and it is going to give me a suggestion. A dog wearing a red cape stands in front of an airplane. So now I can use that if I want. I can alter it if I want. I can also mark something as decorative if I want to as well. So that is a brand new feature in Canva. The alt text has been there, but the AI suggestions is brand new and I think amazing. So I had shared with you the photo background remover. This also will work with videos as well. So what you're going to be able to do in the same way, click on the video, go up to edit, and it is going to remove that background. There is a limit on the amount, the length. So I believe it's 2 minutes. So if you have a video that's longer than 2 minutes, you'll want to go into the video editor in Canva and splice it into smaller chunks. But this is so powerful. And think about your kids really don't need a green screen, because now they can take a video of themselves. They can remove the background and it can make them look like they are anywhere, right? Anywhere around the world or in outer space, or they could do a newscast and have kind of that background behind them, like they're in a news studio or something. And so really infinite possibilities there for creativity. Magic Draw is, I don't know, I love the draw tool. And a lot of people don't know that this is a thing in Canva. So I'm going to show you. When you click on your draw tool on the sidebar here, I can choose any pen that I want. But and I can change my color. So I'll pick something dark so you can see it. So if I make a circle and my circle is not that awesome, If I hold that pen in place, it's going to pop it into a perfect circle. It will do this for squares and rectangles. It will do it for triangles. It will do it for hearts. But the trick is you have to hold it right where those lines connect. And I will always also do it for stars. Oh, my star wasn't good enough. The stars are, I think, the trickiest one. There you go. There you have your star. So I think this is great when you're really wanting to get those perfect shapes. Use Magic Draw. The trick is just holding it a second and letting those shapes fall into place. Okay, we are going to end with the Canva Assistant. And I touched on the Canva Assistant a little earlier, but Canva Assistant is going to basically read what is on your page within a design and kind of guess what you want. So I clicked on this little circle down here on the bottom. And like I shared before, Magic Write is here. I can automatically add a text box by clicking here. And it is also going to give me some other actions as well. So when I go to this page on plant cells and I click on this Canva Assistant, it is going to give me some possible graphics that match my design. And sometimes if I click around on my page, it's going to give me other options. So now it's asking if I want to maybe change the color of this cactus, or if I want to find others that are similar in the same kind of style. So lots of possibilities there by clicking on that Canva Assistant. Also notice that if I click on Guide to Plant Cell Structure, and I want to sprinkle fairy dust on that, it now says Journey Through the Mystic Realms of the Plant Cells Architecture. So you can have a lot of fun with those features in Canva as well. The last one that I want to share with you is Beat Sync. And Beat Sync is going to take your video. So within a video, you're going to have multiple frames, right? Where this presentation has multiple pages. Video is going to look very similar, but have multiple frames. So I'm going to give you an example. I am in this video presentation. So again, looks very similar to what we had for our presentation that I've been walking through. But what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to apply Beat Sync to this. And in your elements, you are going to be able to find audio. And I need to click on, here we go. So let's say I want to bring in a whistling ukulele. I can bring in this music and I can go up to Beat Sync. And what's going to happen is when I sync this, it is going to alter the timing of my frames so that they hit on the music. So as the music plays, whenever it hits that beat, my video frame will change. And so I just used this actually for a video that I created yesterday, and it worked perfectly because I just wanted those frames to click on the beat so that it would kind of go to the tune, and it just worked like magic. And so I think really fun too when we think about our students demonstrating their learning through video, which students love. This is a language that students are consuming and communicating all of the time outside of our classrooms, right? Instagram Reel, they are on TikTok, they are on YouTube, getting that just-in-time learning. So when they can maybe apply this to the videos that they create to demonstrate what they know is so powerful. So a lot of fun to get to play with that as well. So I just went through a lot of features with you. I know that you're probably going, oh my goodness, how am I going to keep track of all of this? But remember, you have that template that I shared with you. So you can go back in and play and try some of those things that I shared. Something else that I wanted to make sure that you knew too, is that when you go into Canva, when you go into the homepage here, Magic Studio is right here. So if you click on Magic Studio, it is going to take you on a deep dive into all of the magic features. So all of those things that I just shared with you, you are going to find here as well. And in addition, there are a variety of AI apps within the Canva Design Editor that you're going to be able to access to bring even more capability. So really, the sky is the limit. There is so much magic in Canva, and it's really exciting to see it all grow and expand. If you are not already a part of a Canva community, there is an amazing Canva community on Facebook. So go to Canva Teachers and you're going to find people from all across the globe sharing amazing ideas. There's content being shared out there every day, Monday through Friday of the week. So you get lots of resources as well. And then if you follow at Canva EDU, there's also an amazing community there as well. And we just are so grateful for all of the sharing that is happening there already. And we are just really excited to see what you design next. And I just thank you so much for the time to share with all of you today. This has truly been a joy.
Tisha, thank you so much. That was so fun. We did have a question in the chat from Sandra. Are all these features available for students to use?
So very, very good question. There are some that are available and some that are not, and that is kind of changing all of the time. So if you are a Canva for Education district, your district admin is going to have the ability to turn on and off features for educators and for students. And so they are going to be able to really, lock down that privacy however they want to. So they're going to have the control of that. If you are kind of what we call a bottom-up district, where maybe you are in a district that has Canva, but it was grown from somebody having Canva first and then adding on, that person who started it at your school is going to be the admin and is going to have some of those controls too, but they are slightly different than the controls that you would have if you were a Canva for Education district. But very, very good question. See the one on Google Classroom? Yes, Canva does work with Google Classroom. When you go into the share menu within the design editor on the top right, when you go down to the more button, it is going to, you type in Google Classroom, it's going to pop up. So you actually connect it to your Google Classroom account and you're going to be able to assign templates right from Canva within your design. That is a really good question, Sandra, about how do we find out who the admin is? I'm not sure. However, I will drop my email in the chat and you are welcome to reach out to me. And I can do a little research, try to see if I can do a little research for you, because I might have the information if you're a Canva for Education district. If not, it might be harder for me to search for that, but that is my email address.
Katie asked in the Q&A, is there a student template to help with onboarding all of this? Awesome.
There is teacher resources, and I will go in and I will drop the link to the teacher resources in the chat. There is actually a brand new student course that was just released. And what I love about this new student course is that it's like a playground. So you go through each lesson and they get to play and try things out. And what I think is awesome too is that this course is not just great for students, it's great for teachers too. So you can go in, you can play, you can learn. And so I will definitely drop that link in the chat so that you can access that and so much more. There's a lot of great resources that are continually being updated. Our design school is busy at work catching up with all of the new releases. So if you're not finding all of the magic content now, come November, I really think you're going to find a lot of that content to support it.
Wonderful, wonderful. I see Alan asked, how about working with Canvas? So I guess that's in addition to Google Classroom.
So it does work with Canvas. So the thing with Canvas is that you need to really be integrated as a Canva for Education district, because when you are integrated as a Canva for Education district, you are going to get everyone's going to get rostered through the single sign-on. So whether you have Clever or ClassLink, I think Clever is a brand new integration, but you're going to be able to get that SSO complete, and then it is going to integrate with your learning management system. So it will integrate with Canvas, it will integrate with Schoology, integrates with Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, Blackboard, I believe, D2L. So, but yes, that is where the Canva for Education district account becomes really important. Great questions.
Yes, I agree. Katie, I'm not sure if I answered yours correctly. You asked if there's a certification for this course. I'm not sure if you're referring to the webinar tonight. We do have a certificate for attending this, but I'm not sure if you were referring to anything with Canva.
Yeah, there's not, right now, there's not certifications in place at the moment. And I just dropped that link in the chat so you can access those teacher resources that will bring you to all the things that I shared.
Oh, yeah, she was referring to the student thing. Okay, sorry about that. I thought that's what you were thinking of. Okay, well, that is a good reminder that you can get a certificate for attending the webinar. We just dropped the link in the chat, request that. And there will also be a recording offered with a short e-learning module that will go out with Tisha's presentation, so look out for that. I think we covered all the questions there, though, for now, which is great. So Tisha, thanks again. That was super fun. A lot of creative tools. I hope everyone has a chance to go try them out or have their students try everything out. And as you know, educators and everyone continues to add new AI tools to their toolbox, it's important, that we are continuing to take action to continue our learning and growing with these different tools that we are learning about. So at Swivl, we really want to support educators through that. We want to provide the resources and tools to help build those learning communities around the tools that you're using and what you're trying to adapt to at your school, AI and beyond. So looking ahead to next week on Thursday, we have another webinar with Nicole Biscotti. She is presenting on strategies to empower diverse learners with AI. So bring a friend if you like, or a colleague. And what I will be moving over to now, and there we have the links to register for the future webinars or get more information about our adaptability initiative and partnering with us on that. So what I'm going to do now is show you what our Reflectivity platform looks like and how we would incorporate that with our adaptability initiative, right? So upon logging into Reflectivity, it brings you in to look at an inspiration page. So you can take a look at all of the different topics and ideas that your colleagues on your team are working on. So the topic that we're looking at here is AI. You can see in the top right corner, which goes along with the topic of our presentation. And all of these different boxes represent different skills under that umbrella of AI. So right here in the center, one of those that Tisha presented on was using AI as a collaborative partner. So that is a skill that I'm interested in exploring more. And what I can do is join this learning community with other colleagues and team members that are also working on using AI as a collaborative partner. Once I've joined in, I can see the activity that my colleagues are doing, what work they're doing, and I'm ready to start my own work and take a step forward on working with this specific skill. So I start by thinking about, where do I want to be in a month on using AI as a collaborative partner? The next step, I might want to be informed in about a month. And I'm going to start thinking about, what can I do to move forward and start to become informed? So the first thing I might do is say that I'm going to read an article. So I'm documenting that, and now I'm able to go gather that article and come back and update my work on this skill. I'll get a reminder in 7 days from the Reflectivity app to come back and do so. And that's when I'm able to check in, and I'm continuing my learning, my growth on this skill. So coming back and updating how it's going. At this point, I'm feeling motivated. I've done a little bit more learning through reading my article. And then I'm able to have a space to reflect on this. Think about what I read and what I realized, what I learned. And I'm going to continue this cycle by choosing next step. This time, I might decide to join the learning community. Tisha shared that there's a great Facebook community for Canva, so that's something that I might be able to join, and that cycle continues. The most important part of the learning community around this skill is a space where you can share what you've learned and get feedback and learn ideas from others. So there's a discussion space over here that's really great to continue that conversation and continue the learning. So that is a quick peek at Reflectivity. Again, here's the QR code to more information. And otherwise, I think that's all that we have for you. Swivl team, am I missing anything? And Tisha, thank you so much again for your wonderful presentation. It was so fun. We're so glad to have you.